In OpenStax Introduction to Business Chapter 12, Outcome 9 has to do with how does public relations fit into the promotional mix. So we're going to talk about the functions of a public relations department in a company. So first of all, there's press relations, and that's trying to get newsworthy information that's positive about your company, your product, your service into the news media, right? Another one is product publicity. And the idea here is what you want to do is publicize a specific product or a specific service. So then there's corporate communications, where you create both internal messages and external messages to promote a positive image of the company, right? The idea here is that you want both the people in the company, the employees primarily, and the people outside, suppliers, customers, the government, whatever, to have a positive image of your company. So public affairs has to do with maintaining either national or local community relations, like, for example, with the government. So lobbying is trying to get government officials to do what you want, right? To create legislation or defeat regulation or legislation. So then there's both employee and investor relations, and that is maintaining positive relationships with both the employees and people in the financial community who might invest in your company, or advise others to do so. And finally, there's crisis management. I have a little crisis, which is a little cough here, so let's take a moment to deal with that. Next part is crisis management. Unfortunately, you can probably only see the word crisis on your screen. It has bled off the screen. But the idea here is if something bad happens about the company, some negative event, bad publicity, how do you respond in a way that manages that crisis? So another thing is, how does public relations differ from advertising? Public relations is normally free. You don't pay for public relations. You pay for people to do it, but you don't pay, for example, an advertise, some of the media to publish what you want. So it's good communication or activity that's designed goodwill or prestige for a company, or could be for a person, a candidate, or whatever. So, for example, when I worked for Chiquita Brands International, we decided we were going to engage in a corporate social responsibility process. And the purpose of it was to make the company more responsible. But of course, one benefit of that is to win goodwill or a positive image of the company, which we did. So mainly, public relations is publicity. It's information about a company or a product that appears in the news media, and you don't pay for it, as opposed to an advertisement, which you do normally pay for. Lots of different kinds of publicity. For example, there's a press release, which is a formal announcement for something like the start of a new program, new product, or a new plant or facility. So we're going to end up with we're at the end now of Outcome 9 of Chapter 12, and we'll come back with another